Welcome back YouTube and join me again on another haircut tutorial. Today we are doing a undercut. It's going to be about a mid-high skin fade on the bottom, and we're just going to lightly trim the top and add some texture to it. And we are going to do a undercut, so everything's just going to hang over. It's not going to blend in when he combs over. So after parting the hair to get it all out the way, we're going to go ahead and debulk our cutting area. So we have our number 2 guard on. We're going to take off a lot of that weight before we start to take our trimmer and create our first guideline. I like to debulk first because when you're creating your first guideline, when it's a skin fade and you're using your trimmer, the trimmer can jam up when the hair is too long sometimes. So depending on the trimmer you use and etc., and depending on the hair texture, but that's what I like to do. It's just my personal preference, but we went ahead and debulked the area with our number 2 guard, and we have our trimmer. This is our Andy Slimline Pro, and we are creating our first guideline all the way around. This is going to be a skin fade, so we're using our trimmer to bald out the bottom, and then we are going to come back again with our electric shaver. And now for the last part before we start to fade, our electric shaver on the bottom to create a nice smooth skin fade. We're going to start on the left side of the head, take our clipper and open it up halfway, go up about a 1/4 inch, and then we will come back again with our lever all the way closed. Lever closed, using just the corner, going to go ahead and blend out that line on the bottom. That's about as close as it can go with our lever closed. So now we have our trimmer using just the corner to blend into the skin. Now we have our half guard lever open going up a quarter inch and then slowly moving the lever down using just the corner to blend into our half with no guard. No guard using just the corner with the lever open to lighten up that line. 1.5 open, going up about a half inch, and then slowly moving the lever down using just the corner. Number 1 guard lever open, going up about a quarter inch and slowly coming down using just the corner, closing that lever. Half guard back on, lever halfway open using just the corner. Repeat all the same steps all around the head exactly the same way, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the top. Once the fade is done, we're going to go ahead and move on to the top. We spray it down first, comb it out, and then we're going to go ahead and just take off like a 1/4 inch. We're not really taking off much, just a little cleanup. And we're going to add a little texture and thin it out. I like to always start by cutting the bangs first to get that out the way. Doing just a light cleanup on top. It's like barely even a 1/4 inch. He didn't want to take too much off. After the top is cut to the desired length is when I start to add a little texture or thin the hair out. So we do the cut first and then we do the thinning or the texturing or anything like that. My client today also wanted to add a little something on the side, so we're going to go ahead and just put a subtle design in there. Because his hair is gray and very light, and his skin tone is light as well, it's not really going to stand out that much. But we're going to go ahead and straight razor it in so we can get the most out of it. When doing a design, I like to make sure I know where I'm going to start and finish at before I start cutting. And then I like to start my line and then bring the line from the opposite side to meet in the middle. To me, that's the best way of knowing how big your design is going to be and where it's going to stop and finish at. If you want the design to stand out more, especially when the hair is really light like this, it's best to make it a little bit on the wider side. Be careful because you don't want to make it too wide, but yeah, make it a little bit wider and it will stand out just a little bit more. Once the design is complete, we're going to go ahead and add a little shaving gel to apply the straight razor to make the lines just a little bit sharper, wider, cleaner, and that way the design will just stand out just a tad bit more and also avoid some irritation on the client's skin. Don't mind all the redness on my client's neckline and stuff like that. He just gets red very, very easily, but he's perfectly fine. He's not bleeding or anything like that, so just wanted to throw that out there. This is the final cut, and we did not add any product to his hair. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped somebody today. If you wouldn't mind supporting just by hitting a like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it.